go. Hey everybody, this is Steve from the Wellness Warrior, and today we're going to do a exercise program that has 8 exercises in it. We'll do each one of those exercises for 1 minute. There'll be a 10-second break in between each one. The things that you'll need today is a chair, some water. If you have some bands for your legs, you can use those, and a mat if you'd like. But our first exercise, we're going to go onto the ground. All right, and you're going to lift your butt off the ground. Okay, so we're going to start there, and if this is the further you can get is fine. But I would like you to lift that left hand and drive it over your head. Set it back down. Drive the other hand over your head. So if you don't have the shoulder mobility for that, just lift that arm straight up. All right, and you can alternate that from side to side. But if you can, try to get up in the tabletop position and reach over your head. And rest. All right, we're going to go over into plank position. Now, you can do plank off of a chair or off the ground, either way. But for today's plank, I want you to move your hands toward the middle and then move your hands out a little bit. So we're shifting our hands towards the center and then out and back in and back out. And keep walking like that for the duration of the minute. This makes your core work dynamically, especially if you keep that nice straight plank position. All right, 10 more seconds. And rest. All right, we're going to flip over to a bridge position. So go ahead and lay back. Lift your hips up. Then I want you to stick your legs straight out. Bring your butt down, tap the ground, lift it back up. So push through that leg that's planted. Bring that hip up as far as you can. Try just to tap the ground, push it up. Tap the ground, push it up. All right, let's go ahead and switch legs. Tap the ground, push it up. All right, 10 seconds. And rest. All right. Next, we're going to get up and we're going to do some squats. So I'm going to use a chair for my squats today. So I want you to come down, tap the chair, bring it back up. Tap the chair, bring it back up. If you don't need a chair and you can just do regular squats, go ahead and do that. You need to put your hands wherever you need to balance yourself. Look down at your toes when you go down. Make sure your knees are not coming over your toes. and rest. All right, just chair a little bit. All right, next we're going to go back to the ground. We're going to do something called windshield wipers. So airplane your arms out to the side, stick your legs straight up, drop them down, bring them back up, drop them down to the other side together. The lower you get those legs, the harder it is. If you keep them up a little bit higher, it's a little bit easier. But try to use those arms to keep those shoulders on the ground and keep you from popping up. "20 seconds. All right, the next thing we're going to do is called a clam shell. So if you have a band, you can put that band over your knees. If you don't have a band, that's fine. You're going to sit on the side. And you're going to open those legs up. All right, if you don't have a band, you can push down with your hand to give yourself some more resistance. Give yourself resistance going down and going up. We're going to stay on this side the whole time for the first set, and then we'll switch on the second set. 20 seconds. All right, next we're going to do push-ups. And we're going to try to hold them for a little bit. So you need to go wherever is a good place for you to do push-ups, whether that's on the chair or on the wall or knee push-ups. I'm going to do knee push-ups today. So how these are going to work, drop it down, hold it for a second or two, and bring it back up. And again, if you need to use the wall for this one, go ahead and do that. It's perfectly fine. But try to keep that low plank position or the low position for at least a 2 count before you bring it up. And again, I want you to go to a position that you're able to hold for a minute. So make sure that whatever push-up position that you're in, that you can do that for this whole exercise for the entire minute. All righty. So next we're going to get on the ground. In this position, I want you to stand it all the way up and bring it all the way back down. These are called get-ups because you have to get yourself up. Of course, they're called get-ups. So it takes a lot of effort to get down on the ground and to bring it back up. You can't make it all the way to the ground. Just sit on your chair and bring it back up, or sit on a couch and bring it back up. That's a little more challenging than just a hard chair. And rest. All right, round 1 is over. Go ahead and grab yourself a drink in between rounds. If you want to march around and keep yourself active, you can do that. You don't have to, though. You can take this opportunity to rest in between sets. get ready for round number 2. After round number 3, we'll do some simple stretching to get your body ready for whatever you got for the rest of the day. All right. So I'm gonna do a couple extra curls here today. All right, back to our first exercise, which is in crab position. And you're going to drive your hand back. Ready? And go. This is really good for full body stretch and workout. You really got to shift all of your muscles around when you go from the right hand to the left and back. All right, we got 10 seconds. And rest. All right, we got planks next. And we're going to move our hands a little bit on these planks. So I'll show you how to do these planks on a chair. All right, nice sturdy chair. I would suggest that you back the chair up to the wall before you start this, but just moving your hands in and moving them out. And keep that nice straight plank position. You can see this pretty much a straight line from my shoulders all the way down to my ankles. Shift your hands in, shift them out. Your core's got to work really hard to keep you still, so you're not dipping around, dipping right and left. And rest. All right, all the way down on the ground for the bridge position. All right, stick one leg straight out, lift those hips up, and bring them down. All right, let's switch legs, put the other leg out, raise those hips. And again, if you need extra break, just set your butt on the ground for a second before you do your next one. It's more challenging if you just tap the ground, bring those hips back up. All right. Go ahead and stand up. We're going to do the squats next. If you need the chair, go ahead and use the chair. If you don't want to use the chair today, that's fine. But that gives you a target point to do those squats. Check those knees out. Make sure they're not going over the toes. That butt back far enough. Good thing to think about when you're doing squats. Think about going to the bathroom instead of squatting down. So you get the bathroom, your butt's a little bit further back, so you can sit down. instead of going straight down towards the ground. All right, we're going to go down on the ground for windshield wipers next. So I'll do them more towards you this time, like as straight as you can. Drop them down, bring it back up, drop them to the other side. So just pretend like your legs, giant windshield wipers, and you're bringing both of those legs off to the right and left. Keep those arms airplane to the side so you can push down, counterbalance your force of those legs going towards the ground. It's easier, again, if you don't go down as far, and it's a little bit harder the further down you go. All right, and rest. All right, next we're going to do our clam shell. So make sure that you're on the other side. Use my band for this one. Put your legs together and open them up. And again, use your hand to adjust the amount of pressure if you do not have a band. It'll work just as fine. You are in total control of the force that you're pushing down with. So it's only going to be as hard as you push. You can make it really hard for yourself or super easy. All right, 15 seconds. Even when you're going back down to the ground, push down and make your leg hold some of that resistance. All right. Now we got our push-up holds. So go to your push-up position. That's on the wall, on your knees, on a chair, whatever. Take it down, hold it for a couple seconds, bring it back up. Try to keep those arms right underneath your shoulders. Ten seconds. All right. All right, our last one is our get up off the ground. So, and again, if you want to sit into a couch and get out, that's fine too. But for most of us, let's start on the ground. Bring it all the way up to a standing position and back down. All right, 20 seconds. You can make it. You can even try one where you're laying on your belly and bringing it up. Change it up for yourself. You never know how you're going to be on the ground. So get into different positions. Bring it up. All right, that's the end of round number 2. Grab yourself a drink. Ready for the last round with some stretching at the end. Hydration is super important, especially in the morning. Generally, we don't tend to drink overnight, so our body naturally gets dehydrated, from being asleep for 4, 6, 8, 10 hours. Hopefully it's between 7 and 8, but we all get different amounts of sleep sometimes. All right, let's get back on the ground. Into that all fours position. Belly up. We're going to drive that arm back. Ready? And go. If you can't get on the ground, you can raise that arm up over your head each time. To at least get that stretch in your shoulder. "25 seconds, you can make it." Excellent. All right, we're going to do our plank walkouts next. So go into plank position, and we're moving our hands side to side. And again, if you need to go and do wall planks, countertop planks, go where you need to go today to last for a minute. All right, ready and go. Move in and out just a little bit. Almost done. All right, flip it over. We're doing one-legged bridges next. Leg out, lift the hip up. Bring it down, tap the ground, bring it back up. Good job. This is a lot harder than a two-legged bridge, but if you need to go back to a two-legged bridge, that is fine. If you can't make it for the whole time. All right, let's go ahead and switch legs. Really make sure you're engaging those glutes each time. All right, let's get up to our feet and do our squats. So you can do squats on a chair, or in the air, or on the wall, whatever you choose to do. "20 seconds, you can make it." and rest. All right, we got windshield wipers next. So big sweeping motions with your legs. Stick them up, bring them down to the side, bring them back up, down to the other side. The lower you go, the harder it is. Keep those arms out to the side. They provide an anchor for your body. It's really good for the hips and the core. "10 seconds, you can make it. All right, next we got our clam shell. So for this one, I'm going to have you flip over halfway through. This is a more stereotypical band than that most people are going to have. Open, bring it shut nice and slowly if you have a band. And again, if you don't have a band, just provide yourself with resistance by pushing down on that knee. And again, you can make it as hard as you want to. All right, go ahead and flip over. Let's finish out the minute on the other side. All right, nice work. Now we got our low push-up holds. So wherever you've been doing push-ups, go to that happy place. Get those arms right underneath your shoulders. Drop it down. Hold it for a few seconds and then bring it back up. 25 seconds, you can make it. All right, our last exercise is the get-ups. So I'm going to start on my stomach this time, and we're just getting up and down off the ground. Ready? And go. Whatever it takes, do what you need to do. If you want to go down on one knee, you can do that as well. Or in and out of a couch is often challenging for most people, even for me. Especially when you get one of those big cushy couches that you sink into. "25 seconds. Try to get up and down 2 or 3 more times. And rest. All right, we're going to start to stretch next, but if you need to get some water, go ahead and do that. Get yourself prepared for our little stretching routine. All right, part of this stretching routine is to get your heart rate down, so I'm going to teach you a breathing technique today. to help you with that. And we'll stay in this corpse pose. Just get into it whenever you're ready. But we're going to do box breathing. So that is 4 seconds inhalation, 4-second hold, 4-second exhalation, and a 4-second hold. And we're going to rotate through that a few times. What we're trying to do here is stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system. That's your rest and relax nervous system to help bring your heart rate down and to get you a little bit more into relaxation mode. All right, let's go ahead and bend our knees up. Let's go ahead and hug those knees into your chest. Trying to stretch out the back a little bit. But when you do this, let's try to keep that breathing going. Deep, intentional breathing. You want to rock a little bit, you can. Side to side, forward and backwards. All right, let's go ahead and put our feet on the ground. Airplane your arms out to the side again. All right, spread those feet out about a foot, 1.5 feet apart. And we're going to drop both of those knees down to the left. You should feel a pretty good stretch in your lower back, your hip flexor, right around your knee, just a little bit. Try to keep those shoulders on the ground. Try to keep up your box breathing, that intentional 4-second breathing. All right, bring your knees up. Let's drop them down to the other side. Same thing, keep those arms out. Take that air in through your nose. Hold it for 4. Breathe it out for 4. And keep it up for 4. Let's go ahead and sit up. Let's stretch out that right leg. Let's put that left ankle over your right knee. If you can, put that left elbow inside or on the inside of your left knee. And rotate and look over your right shoulder. All right, let's switch our legs up. Put the left leg out, right foot over your left knee and look over your left shoulder. If you need a little extra twist, use that elbow to push on the leg to turn that spine a little bit more. All right, let's go into half kneeling position. So for me, I got my right knee down, my left knee up. I'm going to bring my hands off to the side, stick out the chest, and open up the hands. You can lift your chin up a little bit, really stretch across the chest. You can push out through your hip a little bit. Continue that 4-second breathing. All right. Put the hand down of the same side that the knee is down. Rotate the other arm up, spread out the fingers. And if you have enough neck flexibility to look up at that hand, go ahead and do that. Open those fingers wide. Get a good twist on the spine, really open up your chest. And bring it down. Let's go ahead and switch knees. Right arms back. Stick out the chest, lift the chin up a little bit. All right, put the hand down on the same side that the knee is down, rotate up, open up the hand. Try to look at that hand up at the ceiling. All right, let's go into a kneeling position. If you can get all the way into the kneeling position, put your hands off to the side, bring them all the way up, stretch all the way up, open, and bring it down. Bring it up nice and slow. Inhale on the way up. Exhale on the way down. You can do this from a standing position too if you need to. Let's go one more time. All right, excellent job, everybody. You can find me at wellnesswarrior.coach. I'm a health and wellness coach. Work one-on-one with clients. And hope to see you on the next show.